Hello, cuties. We are in a very messy room right now, and I just got home from work, so I don't look my best, which I thought was appropriate for the last video of 2020. I have an extremely tiny, sleepy cat right next to me, so I'm gonna actually release you from the tripod because this never happens. I came home, and usually Chris is in my room, but this time it's a Mau Mau. Mouse is here. Hi, Mouse. Are you comfortable? Okay. Oh, yes? Okay. Hi. Yeah? Okay. So, we can't do the things I was gonna do on the computer, because I was gonna do stuff, but this one's staying right here. She's very sleepy. Can't keep our eyes open. Are you good? No, we have to go back to sleep. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm putting the camera back on this so you could be watching that. My room, sorry, lovely angles, aren't they, is a nightmare zone right now because I have been trying to incorporate another bookshelf, which you can see right here. This one is one I've had for a long time. It's been at my parents' house, and I have flipped it on its side to go behind my bed, and I'm gonna make this my books I've read shelf, and we're gonna do some moving around. But I thought for this video, in the mess of what 2020 was, we can kind of do a bit of a review, a final unboxing of an owl crate, because I have that. I'm not gonna do a full haul, but I'll show you the three books that I got for Christmas. So I'll at least share those with you, but not the full contents of all the books I've gotten over the course of December. Yeah, so there's that. And I'm in a shirt that I think actually looks absolutely terrible on camera because it's massive. It's a big sweater, and you don't, as a large girl, wearing big sweaters is not a good thing, but it's cold today, and there's that. And I need to figure out a place for my zombie sword. This is specifically a zombie sword. I think maybe just right on top of the shelf. What do you guys think? So anyway, I have a lot of things to do, and I keep stepping on something sharp. Oh, it's just a push pin. That'd be fine. I've been working so much that I haven't had any time to sort through things. I have a tray full of things that used to belong on that bookshelf. I've been just, this organization chaos, because I live in a very small space right now, as opposed to the space I lived in with my parents. That was a very long room, and I could have, you know, I could own 1,000 books and not have a problem. And now I have a problem. So with that, with having these books, or not all these books, but the books that I've read, moving to this shelf, I can fit more of the books that I haven't read onto this shelf and be able to do more that way. I don't know. We're just trying to figure things out in the few hours I have between now and the time I have to go to bed for another 4 a.m. shift in the morning. So, but it's currently, just FYI, December 29th, so there's only 2 days left of 2020. I'm trying to get done with this, but I have 2 books left to read this year, and the audio, because I just finished reading one audiobook, which I can move there. I have 1 audiobook left and 1 physical book that I can finish reading. Both are conclusions in 2 trilogies, so that's kind of fun. I did not finish a lot of the books that I said I was going to read in December because Hoopla lied to me and said they were existing books in their library, and they were not. So I'm mad, and I didn't get to read a bunch of the books that I wanted to read in 2020. A lot of the anticipated releases didn't actually exist as audiobooks, and it messed me up. So had to rethink the audiobooks of December, but I got through some really great ones instead. So there's that. Should we review review a little bit of 2020. I'm going to make a bed a bit as we kind of review 2020. I mean, I don't have to do much with my bed, but, you know, let's try to be a little bit of a civilized human while we film on camera. Hello, internet. I leave my bed unmade in the morning. Who doesn't? Let's be real. You try wanting to make your bed at 3 in the morning when you leave for work. Not gonna happen. Definitely not. But anyway, so the year, I started off 2020 with a lot of aspirations. I was like, I'm gonna remodel my parents' house, read 200 books, I'm gonna finish writing and publishing book 4 of Ashport, I'm gonna... What? What happened? What? You need to get up? Okay. Do you want to speak your grievances of 2020? You had quite a 2020. You got shaved? Come here. You ended up being shaved in 2020. You got IVs. We had to stab you a lot in 2020. You're getting antibiotics right now in 2020. You had a roller coaster year of 2020, Mouse. Of the 2 cats in this household, you had it the roughest. I know you did. Cats the movie came out and ruined your image? Well, that came out in 2019, but close enough. But yeah, so the year started off with lots of hopes and aspirations that were quickly, you know, diminished with COVID and lots of other things. Other, you know, depressing things that happened this year for me in particular was we lost Samwise, which I don't think you can see well. I made this for little Samwise. These are his actual feathers. Not all of them, only these are ones that I've collected that he shed over the years. And I always kept them. And yeah, there's my little memorial for Samwise, who unfortunately passed away this year. And that sucked, and it still sucks. And I still dream about him and miss him a lot. I miss having to pause talking all the time to let him squawk. Because now I feel like I actually have to say what I'm saying all the time without having to pause and give myself those moments. So now I actually have to be coherent and fluid when I'm speaking instead of, you know, having the excuse of being choppy because he's squawking in the background. Which is why I really want to get a parrot again, just so I can have that excuse. He was a great excuse of me also not having the audiobook done, which was another 2020 goal that I did not get done. But I do have the sound equipment. I'm just trying to find a good space. It's also been very difficult for the audiobook. And is this just in a video of me making excuses for things I didn't do in 2020? Yes. It's my first book because I wrote the book in 2013 and I published it in 2016, granted, but that was still almost 5 years ago. And it's been so long and there's so many changes in my writing style, in my opinions of writing, that it's very difficult for me to go back and want to read my own writing and not cringe at it. So that's why the audiobook is taking me a bit. I know, I need to do it. I promised people I would do it and I will do it. It's gonna have to happen in 2021 instead. Okay? Can you... I'm sorry, I don't have enough time this year. I only have 1 more day off this year. And that's going to be spent, you know, trying to finish reading the last books that I have. So we can start the new year fresh. I'm sorry. All I get is yelled at in this house. You move from one house to the next getting yelled at. First you yelled at by Lucy, now I'm yelled at by Mouse. That's really the relationships here. You're the Lucy in this house. Chris is the Pie Pie. There's the other big change is that I moved out of my parents' house and now live with my sister in a condo owned by our other sister. That's been an interesting change for me, size-wise of the rooms, and the fact that I don't have my dogs, which is very difficult, especially to be separated from Pie Pie. Pie Pie is like my emotional support dog almost, where she's the snuggler and everything. Lucy, I love my Lucy girl. She's not a snuggle dog though. And she's much more in love with my dad. than anyone in this family, and Pai Pai is the most in love with me, and she is my little Pai Pai princess. So it's very difficult being separated from her. And will I ever be able to get my own apartment? Probably not in Colorado, because it's expensive as hell. Please stop moving here. Yeah, I don't think 2020 turned out to be great for really anybody. I did finish writing a first draft of both book 4 and Hisphacac, so first drafts are done. And 2021 is going to be the year of editing. I don't think 2021 is where I'm going to be starting many new projects. We'll see. Maybe I will, but for the most part, it's going to be a publishing year, an editing and publishing year. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a query year, and that's how the world is going that direction. Then I also realized I made the goal of the whole dating thing, and hear me out. I tried. I did try. I did go on some dates. And then things didn't work out. They almost were going somewhere with one person, and then they just, nothing. You know? Where, this is a weird conversation to talk to the internet about, but I don't know. That's it. Don't know where I went wrong. Probably in trying to date. That's where I went wrong. Don't try it, Q. It doesn't work out for you ever. Why bother? Getting away from the depressing, we'll talk about the good stuff. I did in fact achieve my goal of reading 200 books. I did it. Did it actually make a dent in my TBR? No, because I added way too much to my TBR. My TBR now consists of like 700 books, and whoopsie, I basically kept it even. What do you think? Really? Do you think I should buy more books, Mouse? She just headbutted me. So I'm gonna take that as a yes. So I read over 200 with the 2 that I'm going to finish, or have, yeah, wait, hold on. 6, 7, 208 is where I stand. Most likely, as of today, where I will probably finish is 208 books. Will I sneak in another 1 or 2? I don't know. We'll see. But 208 is what I was capable of doing this year. I'm definitely not doing a 200 goal again. I won't have the capacity to do that this next year because I no longer work the same job that allowed me to do that. And that was all due to audiobooks and working a 4 a.m. job constantly. I now only sporadically have these 4 a.m. shifts, like today and tomorrow and previously on Sunday, but that was a fluke because my supervisor called out and I had to cover her shift. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't happen as often anymore. So there's that. But I did do it, so yay, I did 1 goal. 1 thing. I did 1 thing of all the goals. And in other fun, weird news, I'm now an aunt. I'm an auntie. What? Like, and this isn't a joke, not like, oh, I'm a fur baby auntie like I am with, like, you know, Bombadil or these cats. I'm an actual human flesh baby auntie. Weird. He was only born a few days ago. On the 22nd. Is a boy. And he's a real human boy, as far as I know. Granted, I have not confirmed the existence of said boy. I have seen some still photos. I have not confirmed that it's not a fake baby. So, this could all just be one big hoax. But hoax baby remains hoax baby until confirmed baby. As far as I know, I'm in fact Auntie Q now. I'm uppercase Q and he is a lowercase q because his name does in fact start with a Q, and there we go. We've got generations of Qs starting now. So there's that. I'm an auntie. That's a fun way to end off the year and all that jazz. Okay, we're gonna do the unboxing. Because I already have them out, I'm going to show you the books that I got for Christmas, which was only 3 of them, because my family does not buy me stuff. Although, I will say, I don't have it with me yet because there's no room. My parents did buy me a vintage, or I don't know if they bought me it or my dad found it, but it is a vintage typewriter that needs repairing, and it's going to be a project for me to repair, but it's an actual old ass typewriter. So that's pretty cool. But Chris and Mouse, the cats, bought me 2 books. My sister Emily, who I live with, didn't actually buy me anything, so she sucks. But I forget who bought me which. I think Chris bought me One to Watch, which is by Kate Stayman London, which is a story about, it's kind of like The Bachelorette, but it's a fat protagonist. Oh boy, how are these bachelors gonna handle having to woo a fat girl? And then Mouse bought me Conventionally Yours. Get it's conventionally because they're at a con, and it is an enemies to lovers gay romance. Gamer romance, excuse me. Gamer romance. So I'm looking forward to reading these in 2021 for surezies. And then my fur nephew Bombadil, and also my sister and her husband, they did write on the card that it was from them, bought me the Anne of Green Gables cookbook, along with a Avonlea, which I don't think you guys can see, hold on, Avonlea Baking Club apron, and I have a cookbook of Avonlea recipes from Anne of Green Gables, which is my favorite classic of all time, and I intend to do a readathon of Anne of Green Gables in 2021, and I'm gonna start a baking show. 2021, Avonlea Baking Club, who is with me? We're doing this. Those were the 3 books that I got for Christmas, along with my cute apron, which is awesome. Even though I wear an apron at work, and so I'm kind of like triggered. I've been wanting this cookbook for so long, and I don't really get cookbooks. I don't really do them, because I'm like, just look it up on the internet. But I get that one. I get themed ones. Owl Crate. December, November Owl Crate. So it's not really the last one of the year, because the December one will come out. It'll come to me in January. But I am certain this book, I haven't even opened it yet. It's still sealed. See how it's still sealed? I am like 100% certain this is These Violent Delights. I forget the author's name, but it is a Romeo and Juliet retelling in China. Chinese gangs. That's what I think this is. No, not I think it is. I know it is. So, let's open this and add more trash into my room for me to have to clean up later with everything else in here. So the theme was Love is a Battlefield. And the first thing we're pulling out, Ice and Shadows Peppermint Woods. Oh, it's a hand cream. It's from a book called Of Fire and Stars, which I have not read yet. I have owned forever. But this is, oh wait, is that the sequel? Ice and Shadows. I think that's the sequel that's coming out. Or it has come out. I don't know. How do you open this? Woo! That is very, can you smell? Smell it! Oh my god! Let's try our hand cream. Because that's what it is. Ah! Let's try our hand cream. Okay. It's minty. What else was it supposed to be? Woodsy? Woods. Peppermint Woods. There you go. It's not bad. I don't hate it. Leg warmers. Are we back in the 80s? It's time for some 80s fashion. How much money you want to bet these don't fit my legs? Oh my gosh. Here we go. We're gonna do it. Oh! Okay. All right. Can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see him? Do it. Let's see. Do the old. Oh. I used to be able to do it because I would practice the music for, or I would practice the dances for cats in like 6th grade, and I used to do the Victoria. Can't do it anymore. I used to do it. Were they like from anything? These slouchy leg warmers were from Serpent and Dove inspired button designs? Oh, okay. Our lives reflect our hearts. Serpent and Dove inspired button. which I do appreciate because I do love Serpent and Dove. I know it's going to be these Violent Delights because now the button totally gives it away by quoting Romeo and Juliet. These violent delights have violent ends. Then we have another ornament. Christmas is over, but you know, I bet, well, I technically probably got this box before Christmas. It says, some things do not have to be said. Love speaks for itself. There's the ornament, which the previous box I gave you, wait, or was that Lit Joy? Somebody gave me a wood ornament that was already Romeo and Juliet, and I'm stuck. I freaking hate Romeo and Juliet. Okay, that one's the Wrath and the Dawn. I do like Wrath and the Dawn. And it looks like we have a puzzle. Is that really Elias and Laia? Okay, I love this. This is The Ember in the Ashes, Elias and Laia. I literally just finished listening to A Reaper at the Gates. So, Elias and Laia. That is not what I pictured Elias as. But okay. I'll take it. Definitely how I pictured Laia, not how I pictured Elias, but sure. I have a bunch of puzzles I need to do. I got a Night Circus one. I have a Caraval one. Was ist a decorative rolling pin? Decorative rolling pin? It's so tiny. What? Oh, I get it. It's for making little designs on your cookies. I don't think you guys can see it. Can you guys see the designs? There's little trees. I see Christmas trees and stuff on them. But it's a decorative rolling pin. Oh, it's a spinning silver inspired decorative rolling pin. Okay, I'll take that. And here we are at the book. I was totally right. Excuse me, there are no sprayed edges on this. What blasphemy is this, Alcrate? Those are plain white pages. How dare you? I come to expect sprayed edges on every book I get now from anything there. There's our author signed card. Chloe Gong, that's the author. Raised font, raised dragon. I do appreciate the aesthetic. Aesthetically, this is on point. We'll see. But it's 1926 in Shanghai, and it's Romeo and Juliet. So we'll see. But it is in fact signed. Ooh, can you see it? There we go. There. Now you can see it's signed. And yeah, it's bigger than I thought it would be. How big is this baby? 448? Hold on. The book itself is for... Oh, no, there's still acknowledgements happening here. Oh, to be continued. This ain't no standalone. Is the sequel have violent ends? There is, however, the trend of reversible covers. Ooh. Who dat? Romeo and Juliet. Secret holding hands. Oh. Okay. I appreciate this. And the undercover part is nice and gold, and it has the stamp on it. I appreciate stamping, but where's my sprayed edges? Excuse you. Next theme is From Olympus with Love. And I have a feeling. I've got a theory. I know this book is. I think this book is going to be Lore by Alexandra Bracken, I want to say. Because I think it's a Medusa retelling. That is the only book I can think of that is a Greek mythology kind of thing coming out. So my money, my whole, do I have any money? My whole like $4 in my wallet is on Lore, Alexandra Bracken. I'm pretty sure it comes out January 5th. And that's my bet. What do you think? What do you think, Mau Mau? Do you think something? Do you think it's Lore too? Hi. Did you need a butt pat? Okay, bye. So, I was going to be doing stuff while I talked, but then I just decided to talk. So there's that. Um, yeah, so that's my year wrap up, I guess. There will be more coming. I just didn't want to do a big thing for my end of the year stuff. Just wanted to have a nice relatable chat. I don't know, relatable, sure, where I look like crap, you know, coming home from work as an essential worker, you know, living the 2020 gross life in a sweatshirt and leggings. So what's more 2020 than that with no makeup on or anything? Hey, I made my bed. There's the one thing I did. I made a bed, and that's all I can do in this video. I don't know what this video is. I'm sorry. My brain, it's had it. My brain is done with 2020. We need a refresh. We need a reboot. Not a reboot. No. We just need to close this book of 2020 and start a new one with a better plot line. We need less subplots that make no sense. Okay? We need to fix the timeline and work a little bit more on character building rather than adding, you know, lots of, you know, plots and thwarts at the characters. And let's build more on character relationships and building them instead of exterior plots and subplots and subplots and all those. We need to go back to the drawing board on this. I think we should really storyboard 2021 just to make sure that we stick to a consistent, coherent plot line. That would be the best. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. There we go. Let's see what our stories turn out to be in 2021. Hopefully mine has a better romantic subplot than the one it turned out, because this one really fell flat. It was barely anything. It was not enough substance there, guys. I'm going away because I don't know what this video is, and it's weird, and this is my last video of 2020, and this is what I chose to waste it on. You're welcome. How was your guys' 2020? Put it down below, or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. Check out my Ko-fi page and, you know, support me as a content creator, and maybe I'll make better stuff than this. Okay? I'll see you next year, cuties. Bye! I'm so dumb. You want to know who's dumb? Here's for my after end screen things. I forgot to film the unboxings and stuff that I said I was going to do at the beginning of the video. Yep. So we're just gonna quickly do some movie magic and put that in right now. Because I'm stupid. Did I mention I'm stupid?